All things considered, we like this one. So, once a year, King George II sends a letter, he can be high five, all the way across the ocean to his royally appointed governor, like from us. And you would get it, and you open it, and you read it. And it basically says, hey you, pay up. Alright? The king lends you the power, the prestige, and the protection of the British Empire. Alright? So for all of that, he thinks you owe him a little something. Alright? So you, governor, you make £2,000 a year. This letter is asking for £20,000. So is this a you problem or a colony problem? No. So this is a colony problem, right? So you, governor, you would go to your council and say, yo, hey, how do we do this? Right? Because keeping in mind, our governors aren't from here. Our governors have come from England or Scotland. They don't know how Virginia works. So the councilors would meet with you and say, Governor, we make our money here in Virginia by growing tobacco. All right? Now this seems like a good start, right? The upper legislative body has told you how to start a law. We should start taxing tobacco, right? Question to the group at large. Is it a good or bad thing that our entire economy is based on a single plant? Terrible idea, right? So we're not going to tax tobacco. On top of that, the upper legislative body is not where bills have to start. Where do they start? The lower house, right? So that would mean that we would need the Speaker of the House and the Treasurer of the House and the Clerk of the House to come up the stairs and meet here in the Joint Committee room with the Governor and some of his council to have a discussion, right? So you would come up the stairs and the Governor's going to tell you how much? £20,000. And your fellow Virginians at the council tell you we should tax the tobacco process, and the three of you go, guys, we do this every year, right? The only thing that changes is the number from the king, all right? So you three would go next door and start drafting a bill as the Treasury Committee, all right? So you draft a bill, and we're going to tax the barrels. That way we don't have to worry about what Mother Nature does. We're going to tax these giant 5.5 foot tall, 3 feet wide hogshead barrels that we all pack our tobacco in, right? That way we don't have to worry about Mother Nature. So, lower legislative body, does it make sense to you?
I guess.
Yes, okay, so they passed the bill. Upper legislative body, nobody sat down, so I'm going to be them. Yes, it makes sense to us. Governor, it makes sense to all the Virginians. Does it make sense to you? Yeah. Sign off for me? There we go. Now this bill is a law and it goes out. Hi out there, that you thought you were safe. You guys are now the 61 sheriffs of the 61 counties of Virginia. As sheriff this year, it is your responsibility to collect the tax, get it back to the treasurer, who's going to get it back to the royal governor, who's going to get it all the way back over here to England, so King George II gets a payday, and we don't have to pay taxes for another whole year. Huzzah!